Right guys, update. Back in the shop. Don't know why I start with that. That's obviously just gets the cogs turning. I'm mucked up. The camera run out of memory. So I just carried on bending the pipe. I think you were halfway through. I've just done a little video for YouTube of me bending it off my phone. It's on the bike and I think I'm going to rebend it. That's pretty much why I whipped the camera out. I've just been messing today. I've got 3-4 jobs on go. So I've just been looking at what I want to do, what I need to prep, what tube I need to get. You know, just write a list, mental list of what I need to do, who I need to speak to, basically. Before I start the job, I need to get a nod off the customer to make sure it's all right to carry on starting the job. They might have got bored of me waiting. So I've asked this guy. I've got that's an XS850 Yami for a customer in Norway. He's an English lad but lives in Norway. That's been sat here for about a year, and I finally got around to doing it. I got some bends off old ends, and not many people will do this, but yeah, have a look at these. So these are off my competition. Competition as in he can supply, I'm not looking right way, he can supply stainless, but he only does stainless, he won't do mild steel bends. So he's competition, but he's not. So if anybody asks me for stainless pipes, I'm going to say, go and see old ends. And yeah, I get a few people then, they want a certain style, don't they? So some of them will say, no, man, I want you to do them, not old ends to do them. So then I've got to do them, but I can't bend them. I can bend big bends in them, but I can't bend small bends in them. So these, not a chance, not in a chance in a million years I could put that bend in that. I could probably hydroform it out of thin sheet, but I couldn't do it in tube. And that's roughly what I needed. So he supplied me with these bends as old ends, from old ends. Yeah, and I'm going to try and graft them onto that XS850. So that's been some of the way. I've had the collars cut for ages. Collars are here on handlebars. Yeah, I've had them cut for ages. I don't know when that. I think I might have done that when I did flipping last September or something. Yeah, it could have been a full year. I can't think when else I've had some stainless cut. Anyway, yeah, the last time I can remember having stainless cut was for them CB500 T-flipping silencers. They're not even on here. They're not even on your YouTube then. They might feature in one of videos a little tiny bit, but the majority of the stuff I filmed for that, I just thought I can't be bothered editing it. And the time had passed, I just thought delete them all. They were filling up my computer. Same with that Rickman. I just could not. There were that many videos and that many stop and start. I lost me track, so I just deleted them all. I think they might still be on my laptop, but yeah, they're not going on YouTube. So that's that. I'm going to do that. Basically, I'll speak camera now. We'll have a look at bikes there. That is that. So it's not as bad as what you'd think it'd be, that, is it? He's been riding it like that. It has been like that in the past. It just had a really big, heavy exhaust pipe on it, I think. And he wants to trim it down and then ride it back to Norway. So that's why it needs to be stainless. So he's going to put a lot of road miles on it. He said, come on, Ben, I need it to be stainless. And I agreed to it. So that's what's took the time. That, and it's got a broken engine stud. It's had all engine rebuilt and everything, and that stud over back there is just hanging out. So that's a pain. You can't, it's not focusing on that, is it? It's too far back. Yeah, that's going to do a lot of work. Then we've got this sandbent pipe, which looks perfect. It looks right, but I'm not 100% happy, so literally tomorrow I'm going to rebend that. I'm going to use it as a template. I know where I've gone wrong. I had to weld a little bit in here, which is annoying. To weld like 1.5 inches in there. So that's annoying me to start off with. The angle's not quite right. Basically, I wanted to get the pipe over to that. So I wanted to slim that gap up there. So that's not quite right. What else is wrong with it? I think I might want to send it behind that stand. I need to wait for the customer to see if the customer is going to put a wide stand on it, because that stand should be a lot wider. And then I can run pipe down the middle of the stand. If not, I'm going to have to put a bigger bend in there, send it round the back. Battery light's flashing, so I'm going to have to keep it sweet, short and sweet. So yeah, that's just for an English customer. Then I've got this here. That's my K4 jig, my Honda 350 K4 jig. Just got an empty set of casings in it. That were in one of my Uncle Andy's bikes, so I've had to whip that out today, put it in there. And then we've been waiting for this. He wants a set of high levels. The customer in France, this one, wants a set of high levels. So he's ordered this off this ESML, the Honda supplier in Germany. I think they're in Germany. He's ordered that off them, had it sent to me. I'm going to use it then as a jigging up point, really. I've got the engine, the frame, and we were saying how we're going to hang it, and he said, oh, if you get one of these, that'll fit my bike, fit your bike. So we're going to use that because it'll fit his bike in France, and we're just going to bend some pipes out of there and run them through them two brackets there, one pipe, two pipe, finish them off, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's for a guy in France, so that I need to get out clear on, and that frame up there, I need to remember to give them Benelli pipes back to the Benelli guy. Yeah, this frame, that's my little Triton jig, and I've got a customer that wants a set of eye levels for a Triumph chopper, I think, and he's in America. So that we're going to bend. I think he's in America anyway. That we're going to bend up on this. We're going to just use that as a jig. So I need to speak to him. Yeah, and that's basically where I'm at. So I'm just looking at all 4 bikes, and just trying to suss out what I'm doing. So yeah, that's me for now. I'm going to stick this battery on charge before I go home, or I'll stick it on charge tomorrow, and might film me sunbending again, a bit of this sunbeam pipe. Basically what I'm going to do, get that pipe off it, copy it with my wire again, put the alterations into my wire, and then rebend it, see what it looks like. Right, I'll be back. Right guys, update. Hondatron, also known as the Honton. Trying to remember a Chinese takeaway. The Honton is back out. Basically this guy, he's going to be picking that up next week. It's Friday today. The Benelli and that are leaving next Friday. And I've got a couple more jobs to do on it. He's asked me to do a couple more jobs before he picks it up. What do you want? So come on, I'll show you. Let's get rid of my face. Spin that round. Here we go. So she's still looking lovely. Do you know what's been nice about this? Manx Grand Prix on at the moment. They're all over there with the classic bikes and the super bikes and stuff, and there's quite a lot of Honda 4s over there, and they all have a very similar mega. They might be a little bit shorter, they might finish there at Shocker, but they might also start about here. They're pretty much the same mega but slid a little bit like that. Even front pipes are very similar, so this could run nice really. What he wants to do is take that to like D&M or Davis or something, get it tuned up, and then it'd make a nice motor. So what does he want? What does he want me to do? The bike's lent on a paddock stand at the moment, and the paddock stands are Manx ones. I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. So he's asked me for one of these. Yeah, that little triangle stand there. Basically like a copy of a Manx Norton paddock stand from the 50s, 60s. I think mainly from late 50s, early 60s. You used to see them all lined up sat on them little paddock stands, just leant over. Instead of having a big horrible paddock stand at the back, that's an awkward thing to carry, especially like if you're in Isle of Man now. You have to go up onto the start line, you have to carry all your stuff up there. What they do, they just stick one of them in their hand. Easy peasy. You can push your bike and carry that at the same time. That's the bonus of it. A lot of people use T-bars now, which are modern equivalent of what that stand is, but them little triangle stands look really nice. He's got skinny pegs on. I've made them stands to fit. I won't go and show you again, you've seen it once. I've made them to fit over rubbers, so if these pegs have got rubbers on, if it were a Triton, it'd have a rubber on there and they'd be a bit bigger. So I've made me stand with a big piece of tube on it. But the Nortons, the actual Manx Nortons, had similar pegs to these. They were different, but they were similar. And they had an all-in end of them like that. And the triangle bar, best way to explain it, they've used very similar on a motocross bike, and they put on through wheel spindle. They have hollow wheel spindles. They make a triangle stand and they put a piece of rod on the top of it, just sticking out like my finger is, and you push that into all, lean bike over. Same with these, that's how the Manx Norton ones were. You just put a peg in there, in that all, lean bike over on it. But I don't think they look that good. I think they just look like they could be a little bit flimsy. And you won't want to, Manx Norton, some of them are like 50 grand now, so you won't want to lean over a 50 grand brand new Mona Manx or whatever on one. So I've made them with a piece of tube that slips over this. Problem is, the ones on the other side, the tube's too big, so it just tilts too much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remake one with a skinnier bit of tube that just fits nicely over that. Means that I've got a jig for it, but the jig won't work, so I'm going to have to do a bit of playing with that. And then the other thing he's asked me to do is to make a tank strap for the tank, which is easily done because I've got them in stock. So I've brought some down from upstairs. I've got a tank strap to fit it, a 29-inch tank strap that you can get on my eBay or on my website. I've got a tank toggle out of stock, which we can mount onto the back here to hold the tank down. But he's not got the two tabs welded onto there, which I also have in stock. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull the tank off, we're going to pull the seat off, and I'm going to braze them tabs onto there, and then have a look at fitting the strap. I might not fit it myself, I've just had a look at a sample strap I've got. And this bit here at the back's a bit annoying. I don't know, the tank really wants to slide forward, but it don't look right when it's slid forward. It wants to be there, but then the toggle's too vertically upright, and it's just on that bend. It's a bit awkward. I've never fitted one myself, I've just always gone off Grandad's instructions. Grandad just said, just make them like that, that's how they are. And he weren't far off, to be honest with you. He weren't far off at all. They're bang on, exactly the same as what he used to make. So that's one of them, that's my little tank toggle. And on the bottom of it, I've actually mounted them on, because that's how I'm going to braze them on. Oh yeah, hold on. They're the tabs, they want welding onto that crossbar, them two tabs. Just want brazing on. So I'll set that up, I'm going to go and mark it on frame and suss out where they're going to go. And then if I spin this round, I'll show you what else I've got here. I think I'm going to turn it into a reel. So you might not get to see it. But yeah, basically what I need to do, this is my jig for it. Let me make a cup of coffee. It looks like I've been Starbucks, I've not. That's what Racing's brews look like these days. I've got rid of my mouldy cups now and just using these and throwing them in bin. Best way, there's no water in here, so I can't clean them. So that's normally my jig, and I slip a piece of inch and a half tube over the inch and a half tube over that. But I'm going to use this because that fits the peg better, so that's, the problem is it fits inside it and not over it, which means I can't get that to weld to that. So I'm going to jack it all up, I think, and just weld it on like that, maybe. Just tack it on like that and then weld round it, possibly. But yeah, that'd come out, you'd have the triangle sat like that. That's welded on the top like that. And you just put that, it's going to have to be angled a bit, but yeah, you put that on your peg, lean bike over, bosh, done. Basically, you put it on your peg like that, you lean bike over, and that's stood like that then. Just and it can't fall over. I've got one that's really, really, really nice. I've got a sample and I've never managed to sell one. I've just kept it for myself. This one here is a bloody well nice stand. So what I feel like, the angle on that's very similar to like the Norton frame. And then if you look at what I've done with front, I made it like an headstock. So that's the bit that you put over your peg. And then I've made it even more like an headstock by doing this. Welding one of my little Racing's badges on it. Looks like a little push bike headstock, doesn't it, on there? Really, the badge should be all the way around if it was going to be an headstock, because that'd sit like that, wouldn't it? Badge is upside down, but when it's on bike, that sits outwards. I'll give you a show now. Same thing, I've got, how many have I got of these? I've not done any with R on like that. Basically, if you've got a Racing's exhaust pipe on it, you're taking it to the racetrack, and you do want one of them, I think I give one to Wiz Norton, and I don't think I've ever seen it fitted on his bike. But I wanted to see, yeah, Racing's exhaust lent over on these little Racing stands, and if you've got that, I will weld one of them on. And basically, if you can see up there, there's about 15 triangles. Wow, that light's taking off. Nah, that's it. But yeah, there's 15 triangles up there. They're all real hoops that you can't see. Then, yeah, zoom past the light. They're all triangles ready to go. They're all real hoops ready to go. So yeah, if you want one, I've got some. I can make some up. I just got bored. I bent them all up and then come back. Couldn't bother sticking on eBay. Just never finished them off. Just got them too many exhaust pipes to do. So this is me little Racing's one. You plonk that on there. See, it don't quite fit right on this one. Mainly because them pipes are in the way. And that's why I'm having to change it. But you do that, you lean the bike over. Bosh, done. That'll look really nice chrome. It might have even been, I made one for who's it as well, Brian Riley's Dommy Racer. And it could have been similar with that on. They look nice. The original ones were done in powder black, powder coat and black, or they were stove enamel black. But they also look really nice when you chrome them up as well. So yeah, just something that you might be interested in, that if you're into your Nortons or your cafe racers. Get yourself a little paddock stand instead of having a stupid centre stand. Yeah, so that's me done. We're just waiting for Manx Grand Prix to start. It's been delayed again. Been listening to that on radio. Well, I've not been listening to that on radio because they barely run it because of weather. Last night it was same here. We're not far away from Isle of Man. We're an hour's drive. My nose looks a bit red. We're an hour's drive to Ferry Terminal. Either one. You can do an hour up to Morecambe, or you can do an hour down to Liverpool. Near enough in the same place. It's actually included. We're in the northwest of England, and Isle of Man's within the northwest of England. It's like we're in one corner of it. You want me to draw your map? Just this is for me international viewers. That's a paddock stand. So this will be a right rough sketch, won't it? That'll be Scotland. England comes down like this, does a weird leg like that, comes back up. Wales does that roughly. That's a right bad England. It's like a medieval map. Yeah, and that's Scotland. Scotland gets cut across like that. That's Wales cut across like that. That's Cornwall down at the bottom, the little leg. London's here, innit? We're here. We're in this section roughly. That's what you'd pretty much call the northwest. And the Isle of Man is here. And the workshop's about here, so I can drive down like that to Liverpool, or I can drive up like that to Evesham in Morecambe. And then that's like an hour's drive, and then you've got a 4-hour ferry crossing. But yeah, we're in the city, basically, we're in the same weather zone. So like all weather's coming, because you've got Ireland over here as well, ain't you? That's a right bad island. It does look like a medieval map. And yeah, weather seems to come up this channel, up Irish Sea there, and just comes across. So you tend to, if it's really bad weather in Ireland, hot weather always comes this way, it tends to. If it's really bad weather in Ireland, you know, like 6 hours later, it's going to be really bad in Isle of Man, and then, you know, a few hours later after that, you know, it's going to be really bad where we are. Yeah, and the storms that they had last night, it were earlier on at night. I think we got them about 5 o'clock this morning. I got woke up, it were blowing a gale. That's why everyone's tents went missing. There were trees down all over the shore here, there's leaves everywhere. I come to work, the plant pots all over Back Street. I think all bins went wild. So yeah, that's what it's been like since Sunday. They went out, didn't they? Practice on Sunday. Not done any practicing since then. They went out for yesterday afternoon, then they cancelled the evenings because it were miserable over here. It's still blowing now, you can hear it, which means it's like, if it's sunny in Isle of Man now, it might be sunny in 2 hours time here. Hopefully this might be wind. It was windy this morning in Isle of Man, so this might be wind that's still blowing from Isle of Man across here. It's just really weird and interesting, isn't it? It's weird that, like, if you go a bit close towards sea, you'll be able to pick up the Manx radio on your radio, but at the moment, you've got to get it on internet radio, so just plug my phone in, put it through a big speaker, listen to it. Superbike's going out now, so I'm not too bothered. Be nice. I've got 3 pipes in it, so you're going to see this from the weeks later again, aren't you? But I've made his. I didn't make his pipes. I think the Swarbricks, but I fitted them for him, and I put my own brackets on it. Made him some silencers for it. He basically just brought me an old set of pipes, and I modified them, made them fit his bike. That's one bike, 350 race that. And in the 350s race, we've got the DKW Wiz Norton Sax Rotary, and then 500. So I've got 2 bikes in 350 race. 500 race got Jamie Coward. I've been flipping looking for photographs because sometimes he don't run my pipe on it. Basically, Ted Wolf that owns that bike, he makes his own exhaust pipes. He's got his own dyno, so he just runs them up, tries loads of different exhaust pipes. Exhaust pipe they had on there were a real rough looking thing, so he brought it over here. Down, he's up near Evesham, he's up in Lakes, and he brought that down to here. He said, Ben, can you blow them up? Hydroformed. So I hydroformed him 2. We were going to fit one to Harley Rushton's bike and one to Jamie Coward's bike. I think Harley binned his first outing on it, crushed it, so he's back onto old pipe, the dyno pipe. And Jamie sometimes flits between the two. Sometimes you see that bike going out and it's got the pipe made out of sections megaphone, and then sometimes it's got the hydrophone megaphone on. So I've been just like rooting around for the past week to look for photographs, but they've not been out, so no one's been taking no photographs. And then this morning, seen photographs, so like, yeah, that's my mega. So 500 race, he should be top 3, shouldn't he? He'll be top 3. Effen's top 10. He's running about 7th place, I think, at the moment in 350 race. Coward's running about 3rd, I think. Maybe he might have been 2nd. It might have been Sean Anderson on Patton, and then Jamie Coward. Then John McGuinness, Mike Brown, somewhere like that. Interesting race, 2 Pattons, 2 Nortons. So we're up there in that one. And then Jim Hines done a flying lap on Wiz Norton. He got himself up into 2nd place, but it was damp yesterday, weren't it? When they went out yesterday afternoon, it was damp, and I think everyone was taking it a bit easy. So he might have just got up there with just a bit of experience, a bit of skill. He's got a lot of skill, as you mind. He's a little two-stroke rider, so perfect for a rotary Norton where it just carries the corner speed, no engine braking. A lot like a two-stroke. You need to be a two-stroke rider, I think, to ride on rotary. So yeah, he's doing well on that. I think Sean Anderson's rotary's misfiring. I think he were like in 17th place or something like that, and Jim were in flipping second. So we're doing all right. The only one I've not got one in is the little two-stroke, the lightweight race, which are all like YZ250s, aren't they, and stuff like that, YZRs, and the YZR 250s. I could do with doing a pipe for one of them, but they're too modern for me. I'm actually doing some two-stroke pipes at the moment, aren't I? So maybe next few years, let's try and get just one bike. If we've got one bike in each, and we can just watch alt races, have something to watch someone's sport. Well, that's who I'm supporting. So if you see this beforehand, which you won't, because it'll be over by Monday, and I'm not going to upload this by Monday. But next year, you get supporting them flipping rotaries, man. Absolutely mental, absolutely love them. So yeah, that's me for now. I'm probably going to go and put that back on radio. I'm going to have a play with this. I say I might just film little bits of it with my phone, but then I also want to listen to this. I think I'll probably try and get it out way now while Superbikes are on, and then come back for 500, 350 qualifying later on. Right, that's me out of here. I'd like to make it a bit more interesting, but I've got nothing to say, so like I say, too much stuff going on, so I'm just going to bosh some shit out. Yeah, listen to some motorbikes. It's been nice. I'll be back. Right guys, update. Have I got a surprise for you? It's a belter. It's a bloody belter. I don't know what I was doing last. I think I was putting a tank strap on a bike. Ashley was here and with me, and she offered to film it, and then I thought about it for about 10-20 minutes, and then just thought, oh no, let's just do it. I thought about it for 20 minutes. It was only a 20-minute job. So it's done. It's done. It was just brazing 2 tabs onto an Norton frame, weren't it? So that's done. I put it back away. It's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. We've had a bank holiday, haven't we? I think it's Wednesday. And Benelli guy, Honda Norton guy, and surprise bike. Wait till you see this. They're all coming Friday. I've not even started surprise bike yet. I've had a couple of trial goes on it. Do you want to have a look? That's what we're aiming for. I don't know if that's going to be a clue. I don't think it's going to be a clue, but that's a mid pipe for the bike that I'm doing, and then they're 2 sandbent ones. That one over there is a trial go. It's got a bit of a ripple down here. This one, I've started that bend a little bit further down. You see there's a little bit more straight there. And that one's come out a little bit better. I need 2, so I'm going to do another one today with bike. I'm going to get bike out, stick it there, so it's on show behind it, make a nice video, hopefully make a nice video out of it. And then we're just going to try and fit them. If the third pipe don't come out that well, then we'll be maybe cutting. I've had permission to cut it. This is made out of 4 bends, is this one, so it's got 4 welds on it. And I've had permission to cut and turn it if I need to. But if we can get it all in one piece, it'll look nicer in one piece. If I can cut it here, which will be behind the frame, that'll be perfect. So I can separate out that 2 bends and them 2 bends. Maybe slice it in the middle on that bit of straight, spin it, weld it. Shall we go and have a look what it's for? Got to go and whip a sheet off. It's so nice. It's as big as the workshop. It is mega. So it's underneath there. That's a normal bike. That's a big bike. big bike. And I tell you, normally brings me the big bikes. It's normally got something to do with Keith Barnes, and this one has got something to do with Keith Barnes. You want another clue? That's another clue. Big stand. Let's whip this sheet off though first. Let's give you a little bit more of a clue. Oh yeah. So this is the Norton. This is going on Friday, so this is a Friday collection, and that's all my job was. I was going to try and fit the strap as well, but I'm not too happy about this. So what I did, I've just brazed these 2 tabs on there. That's like a proper Manx Norton thing, is you have this crossbar across there. That were already welded into the frame when frame come to me, and it was just missing. If we can get a bit of focus on that, my lord. Yeah, we're just missing these 2 tabs. That's one of my belt buckles, tank buckles. So that's an over centre catch. It did have a clip on there, but you pull that down, done. Tank strap would look something like that. That's a tank strap. You put a bit of rubber on the back of that, mount your clip on there, that wants to go. So like I say, I get quite a lot of people ask me about this. How do you fit one of them tank straps? And I was going to make a nice little reel out of it, but then I couldn't figure out the angles. I couldn't figure out anything, to be honest with you. I couldn't suss out how to make it into a nice video. So you're just having a bit of a makeshift video now. Do you see that down there? It's a bit dark, but yeah, that triangle bracket there, that's on every Manx Norton frame or Norton frame. And that top hole there is made for that. So you put that slotted tank strap through there, stick a bolt through it. I think they used to have big clevis pins through them. But yeah, a tank strap would do all right. I mean, about a 6mm bolt. Stick a 6mm bolt through there, put a bend on this with foam underneath it. You'd have sticky back foam on the back of it. You bend that all the way over. That'll come down here. Let's get rid of that bit. That'd sit behind your tank strap, behind your toggle there, and be bent over. You'd have a clip mounted in them 2 holes. I've got rid of these 2 holes now because they're too hard to position. These ones, the clip for this actually wants to be a bit higher up. And then if they're there, they're in the wrong place, aren't they? So we do, I send that with a bit of rubber. I've actually got the one here for this bike. So we've got that strap there, the bit of rubber behind it, stick that onto it. And then in this little bag here, this is what will come in your kit. You'll get that, the little clip, and you'll get 2 rivets to rivet that onto your strap. Then that takes the toggle, doesn't it? The toggle then pulls down on that. And that just tightens your tank down. Lovely little thing. Racing stamped on the back. Let's watch out for the strap. Yeah, racing stamped on the back. And if you have a look underneath here, this is really nice. You lift that handle up. It's got a little Racing's R stamp there. No focus again. Come on. When you get too close in it. Yeah, and then when you fold that handle down, well, the handle just covers up the R. Nice. Nice. So yeah, that's that done. I thought we were boring, weren't it? That it were boring when you're all waiting for this. Let's see if I can actually get some focus working. I don't know what's working on that. A tripod would be nice as well. This for a moment in time, because then I'll just flip and get you looking at it. All right, tripod down there. Got too much stuff in. I cannot wait. I've got them 2 over. I cannot wait to get rid of some of these bikes on Friday. Let me just get this tripod set up. So yeah, I've got that Yamaha, that Sunbeam, this Honda, and them 2 mine. No, one of them's mine. One of them, that's that Royal Enfield brand spanker. The Benelli's over there underneath that sheet. This old big bad boy here. Let's get a grand unveiling. I want to try and make a bit of reel again. A bit of a reel for Instagram. So I'm going to cut you off, but this will be the unveiling. Let's come and have a look. Are you ready? Oh, honestly, when he got this out of the van, I've been excited about this for months. And when he got it out of the van, let's not knock it over with that chain. It's just one of the best bikes I've ever seen in my life. Just look at it. Just look at it. Oh, what a bike. What a bike. Oh. Keith's just asked me if I've started on it and I don't want to move it. Basically, let's not move that until we have to. Today's the day that we have to, so I can get it out, we can put it in position, we can have a look at it for a bit longer. Oh my god, it's so good looking, that bike. It's like I'm a massive fan of red, white and blue, me, and then obviously big 500 badges, the yellow badges. Work stuff, aren't they? Proper factory bikes. Yeah, yellow plates for the win. You know what, it's even better than this bike is that the bike is bonny, like the bike is bonny. The bike is mega. But what makes this bike even better than that is, and I need to go and find them, I'll find them today actually, this bend here, that bend, and that bend, from there to there, could have been made in this workshop. There's a very high chance of them 2 bends being made in this workshop. They'll have been made on Dad's tube bender there. And I've got the order for it upstairs. So in the 90s, Clues sent Dad an email. It weren't an email then, it were a fax, weren't it? We got a fax through off CCM, Armstrong CCM, asking for 500 of them front bends and 500 of them back bends for a C20 frame. Is this a C20? It's exactly the same as a C20, even if it's not. I think they're just a 560, these 560 Rotax CCM. The ones later, I see with that sticker there, that's off a C20. C20 CCM. And Dad made 500 bends. I found that in a box upstairs, the order. I asked Keith to ask Cluesy if that were an order or whether it were just a quote kind of thing. And Cluesy said, no, I seem to remember your dad made them bends for us. 500 of them. Flipping awesome. So that has already got something to do with here, and now I get to make the mid-pipe. I'd absolutely love to make a full system for one. In fact, I'm one of the only people that can make a full system for one as well, because this front section here is the techiest thing you've ever seen in your life. Little Y piece that hooked round there, so it's coming out 2 ports down round, and it's all been hydroformed. That it's been hydroformed or it's been pressed. It's seamed both sides. It's got a seam on the front, a seam on the back, or a seam on the side, a seam on the side. So that's definitely been. It's most likely been hydroformed. And like I said, there's not many of us that can do that hydroforming. And even it's hard to do a straight pipe hydroform. So I think some of the original ones, they had this pipe that I'm replicating now, some of that's hydroformed. So yeah, because we've not got enough angle on that, let's get it out and have a proper look at it. Get it out, have a proper look at it. I'll go upstairs rooting through Dad's boxes, see if I can find that CCM order. Whoa, we got some ladies in there. I don't know if YouTube's not pulled me up on ladies yet, but it's because they're on that back wall there. And you can only just see them. I had to move them for Classic Bike Magazine dinner. But yeah, look at that. Oh, mighty fine. Mighty fine. I'm going to get myself out of here. We're going to pin you back up. I'm going to get sand bending gear out. We'll get them drawings out. We'll get the bike into position. I can't talk and move the bike at the same time because it's very, very precious. It's super clean. And it's going on shore. So yeah, we don't want a single mark on it. It's got a little bit of a mark on it, and he weren't happy about it. It's exactly where I put my chain as well there. At least it's got a black mark there already. It's just got a little black mark with white paint. Yeah, not much more to say. Let's move it. Let's keep calm. I need to do a very delicate move of that bike from there to there.